Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our Cataclysm. We started in the golf scenario. In the last episode, we settled into this town here and we began looting some of the area around us, specifically these two houses. We did cut the episode a little bit short because of some family stuff I had going on. It's a new day, however, and we're going to get back to playing here. So I do think we will continue looting. I think we might move to a different town, but for the time being, I think we could settle in over here. If we wanted to, I think settling even closer to our right would be better because this may be an expansive town over here, and we really won't know until we go explore some. But if it's a big town, we would like to stay as far away from this graveyard as possible. There's just too many monsters there, and we would like to be more close to the important buildings that we would have access to. So I think we're going to probably settle down to the right here. But for now, we are stacking everything in our vehicle, which is fine in the temporary situation, but these are trunks, so they don't have a lot of space. We've already nearly filled one. But for now, let's keep exploring and let's push further over here to get eyes on more of the town, I think. And what are we holding? We still only have a pipe, unfortunately, but we do have the M4 on us for a pinch. We could look at getting a better weapon immediately. That way we would have something just a smidge better than using a pipe, like Frank West trying to bonk zombies. We could go with the cudgel, of course. That's the pretty standard. I think the pipe actually is better DPS, although it does not have the rapid strike ability or the high block ability, which are the two more important things there. Unfortunately, we can't make a nail bat. A 2x sword is a fine weapon, but it's pretty comparable damage-wise to the crowbar, or to the pipe, excuse me. And there's really nothing here that I'm super interested in. So I think we will roll with the pipe for the time being. So let's head over here and see what we can see in this town. Yeah, back to recording. Hoping to keep the schedule going, having lots of family things going on, which has been a continual issue all over the last couple of months. Okay, I see a Kraken and I see an amoebic mold, and that makes me think there's also going to be a Migo, because last time we saw a Kraken and an amoebic mold, it was with a double Migo spawn. Let's try to get eyes over there. A decayed zombie climbs to its feet. So they're being knocked down or they're resurrecting. I'm not sure. And it looks like they are just chasing the Kraken. Again, it's a corpse drop, so there could possibly be Migo here. I don't know if the Migo are a guaranteed spawn, but the Kraken is fleeing in this direction. And these are quite a few zombies. And we're not really in a position where I would want to use the gun. Also a zapper zombie. Hello. So my instinct is to shoot them because we would like to clear them out and get access to these corpses, which could have some good stuff on them. And because they're tracking this way already. The problem is gasoline lantern would be really nice to have. But we're not really in a position. We're kind of in a part of the town we haven't been to before. So we don't know how many enemies could be right up here above us in the road. So if we pop off a few rounds, we could get a huge horde coming at us. So I don't think that's great, but if they track up this direction, they're going to track towards these houses and towards us, which is a dangerous predicament to be in. Also, we're seeing the edge of the forest line here, which is not good, because that most likely means that this forest extends all the way up. So this is probably not very small, but a pretty small town. So that's not good. We wanted like a huge, expansive town here. It's possible there is still more town to this location, but I'm thinking that the forest probably heads up. So I don't really know what to do here, to be honest. We have a lot of ammunition. I'm hesitant to just be spending it willy-nilly, but we might just shoot these guys, because why not? It'll be much faster and will save us some grief. So let's do some shooting, shall we? We didn't even have to drop our pipe. Okay, so now we're seeing a horde. Even more, because to the north we've also spotted, and this is what I mean, we had no idea how many enemies were up here. If we get into a shooting match, we're going to end up shooting for a long time. But we also sort of want to settle here. How many bullets do I have in my gun? Full clip, 2 backup clips. Should be enough to kill everything. Let's just do it. You know, why not? What else am I doing? What are we gonna kite, 14 zombies while we stand around here? I don't think so. So let's just start popping off rounds. Why not? I forgot to turn my sound down, so gunshots, shockingly, are pretty loud. Yeah, so a lot of family stuff going on. I am trying to record more. I hopefully am going to keep this series going on a daily basis, which is important to me to make daily video content. I don't like you slime because they're very annoying and they breed upon being destroyed sometimes. So I really was hoping the Kraken would continue up this way and we would have a nice, easy time killing those zombies. Doesn't look like that's the case. We can just stay away from the slime. It won't be close enough to us. Oh, you are how are you tracking me? You don't see me. Hostile. Can't see your current location. It wouldn't be my scent to track that precisely, I don't think. Because my scent wouldn't be that strong in an open-aired area that I've only been here for, 40 seconds or whatever. Maybe sound? Probably scent. But that seems a bit silly. Stupid children are hard to shoot. And that slime is getting ever so close. Why don't you leave me alone? So it does seem to be very precisely tracking my movements. So I think the slime actually is tracking us by scent. I've always felt that scent in this game is a little too powerful. It seems like it's a little too strong. You will often find in the darkness as you move through a town that zombies will track your location almost exactly. I really don't want to kill the slime first in case it poops out little baby slimes. We would rather melee those, I think, just because they'll be hard to shoot and we'll end up consuming a lot of ammunition. Bro, you should have just left me alone. We didn't have to have any conflict. Let's get the critical, because I think we can kill it in one if we... I'm never right, internet. So it did make small slimes, which is annoying. We don't really want to swap out because we need to keep shooting the fat zombies. They don't look to be very fast, so let's just deal with the zombies first. Anyway, get back to talking. Yeah, so I have some plans for content over the next couple of days. I'm working on a something special. I'm hoping people will like it. I don't know. It's a little bit different for me. I'm doing a time lapse of me building a cabin in Cataclysm, which is something I've never done before. I don't know if it will be entertaining. I don't know if people are going to like it, but I decided to do it. And so I have mostly the first episode done. We should wear this instead of dropping it. And I think we can just melee you. I don't know how hard you are to hit or how much damage you can possibly do. I really would prefer to fight you one at a time, though. Here comes another zombie. So I'm doing a time lapse of a cabin. I don't know if people will like it. I see time lapses sometimes on YouTube where it's like somebody builds something huge in Minecraft and they time lapse, like a 10-minute video of, I mean, it's probably took them like 40 or 50 minutes in real life, but then they time lapse it down to like a 7-minute video. So I did one of those. I have it mostly finished. I've decided I want to put some windows in it, so that'll be like the final bit for the first episode, just laying out the foundation basically and building a little cabin. I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible because I'm trying to get that out. I want to try something new. There's a since I now have 1,000 subscribers, I now have access to the community tab in YouTube, which allows me to make community posts. And I recently saw a video that said that the community posts often reach 4 or 5 times as many people as your standard video. So I'm hoping to release that time lapse and make a community post about it. And because it's something interesting and different, and there really isn't any base building content on YouTube for Cataclysm, I was hoping maybe, get a little bump in the numbers. So, you know, I'm always wary when somebody mentions like, oh, this brand new thing is like a cheat code. You'll get so many views. I'm always really skeptical when I hear those things, but I thought I would give it a shot. You know, I do have the community tab available. I've never made a community post. It seemed like something interesting. So why not give it a shot? Let's reload. We should only have a few rounds left in our clip here. So we'll reload. Why do I have 4 magazines? I thought I only had 3. Did I misread something? Or did they breed somehow? I don't think they bred. Okay. More zombies, including horde music again. So there were quite a few here, and this is what I was talking about before I started shooting, what I meant when I said that this could become very dangerous. We do see a soldier zombie as well, so that's an opportunity to get more 223 ammunition. However, he is going to be a little bit more resistant to bullets than the other zombies. So we would like to kind of work towards criticals here. And now it doesn't matter anymore, so we'll keep doing that. So yeah, time-lapse cabin video. Hopefully people will like it. I've never done anything like that before. So I don't want to talk too much about YouTube. I know people get... some people love hearing me talk about YouTube. Like, I know I have a few content creators who watch my videos, but most people, I think, have a limited amount of patience for the kind of behind-the-scenes stuff. But basically, YouTube content can be broken down into 2 categories. There's content that you pull people in with, like really flashy, viral type stuff. And then there's stuff you push out to the people who are already here. And the majority of my content is always push content. So it's stuff like this video that you're watching right now. The average person who discovers my channel would not like this video very much because it's a generic Let's Play. It's not really anything super crazy or special. I don't have high energy. It's mostly for the people who already like me and are coming every day expecting content, right? So this is for you, internet, the people who are watching this. This video is for you. Whereas something like my tutorial series is not for you. Most of you already know how to play the game. Man, that IFAK is pretty nice to have, as well as the morphine, but unfortunately he didn't have any rounds on him. Same with the hemostatic powder is a really nice, nice thing to have. So unfortunately no ammunition here, and most of his gear is too damaged to be worthwhile, but nonetheless, still pretty valuable. And man, there's just even more. There's 5 more zombies. We've killed what? Probably about 15, 16, 18 already. Here comes another 5. We're not even in like a deep town area where there would be a lot of enemies. So I'm not really sure where they're generating or coming from, but we'll just keep shooting them. We're burning way more ammo than I wanted to, but I didn't make a proper weapon, so this is really our only option unless we just want to leave, which we don't. We want to loot, so just keep on shooting, fools, I guess. So something like my tutorial content is pull content. That's the content that is meant for people who are browsing YouTube, people who are specifically searching for those particular terms, like a tutorial Cataclysm series. Obviously is not something for my average viewership because my average viewer already knows how to play the game. And because I'm not that smart. A lot of you know more about the game than I do in a lot of ways. So that's the 2 basic, you know, umbrellas under which content fits. And I want to do more pull content rather than push content. So I would like to make more stuff that just a random passerby who happens across my channel would like. And I think a time-lapse video of a base build is a good example of that, because I think that there are people who maybe don't play Cataclysm but like base building and would be interested to see, you know, oh, I've never heard of this game, you know, what's the, you know, how good of a base system do they have, that sort of thing. So I'm excited to get that. It has been a lot of work editing it. I tried to edit out all the menuing in the first section of my video, and it came out to be like 70 cuts in the first like 30 seconds of the video, and I was like, this is horrible. I can't maintain that for the rest of the video. So, but yeah, working on that. So hopefully that will go up possibly as early as the same day this video goes up. So check that out when it shows up. depending on how the editing goes, that could be very quick or it could be horrible and extremely lengthy time for me to finish. Very damaged clothing. I do want this gasoline lantern. Pretty valuable to have a... where's this zombie? You're a zapper zombie. You have spotted me, huh? So why don't you head up this direction? Gasoline lantern will enable us to not always start a fire when we just want to read or something like that. And because, I mean, gasoline is so plentiful, it's really not an issue at all to have a gasoline setup. So I'm guessing this is where the Krek went. And now the zombies are going to double back. I think the Krek is dead. So now we're dealing with a big old horde. I often get displeased with the monster density in Cataclysm. It seems like more and more as I play the game, I get pretty annoyed by how many zombies there are. And I know it's a zombie apocalypse thing, but like, I don't know, just sort of gets on my nerves a lot. We certainly talk about it often enough. Let's pulp these guys, check them for any valuables. Also, I think part of it is just because zombies always have trash on them. It's so hard to find good items on zombies. And just always seems like it's an effort to kill all the zombies and you don't really get anything out of it. Which is probably how it would be in a zombie apocalypse, but I don't know. I'm easily annoyed, as you probably know. So I would like to do more of that pull style content. You know, stuff that will draw people in. I watch a lot of like, you know, YouTube like strategy videos, and I listen to podcasts about YouTubing, and it's always shaping and changing the way I view things. And I know my content, if I'm being perfectly unbiased, my content is not super great. You know, it's not really that viral sort of stuff that draws people in or makes people really want to watch. And so I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've done really well considering I just do Let's Plays, really. You know, this video will probably get around 100 views in the first like 48 hours. And, you know, a year ago, that was a huge number for me. So, I mean, it's still a big number for me. So, you know, there's definitely progress. And I see other Let's Play channels that, you know, it's like they've been doing it for 4 years and they have like, you know, 300 subscribers. So I can't really complain. I'm just often disappointed in my own quality of the videos is mainly the thing that bums me out, is how often I find that I'm like I rewatch a video back that I made and I'm like, you know, this isn't very good. I could have done a lot better with this. So it's usually disappointment in myself. It's not like you as the viewer, you know, I'm not complaining about you, of course. So I want to do more of that. I'm probably going to start another tutorial series at some point in the near-ish future. My last series was about a year ago, and that was a Let's Play style tutorial, which I think is fine, but I also think I made a lot of mistakes, and I think that I could do better today, you know, and make it more of a direct tutorial instead of making it a Let's Play tutorial. So I think that's something I'm going to be working towards as well. But we're going to strive, of course, to keep these Let's Play videos going for the people who do like me and want to show up every day to listen to me ramble. So, yeah, hopefully work hard, please everyone, profit, or whatever, you know? So, yeah, but my opinions are always changing on stuff. And like, I just watched a thing, I think it was a vidIQ video. It's like a tool used for YouTube. And they basically begged us. They were like, if you're a gaming channel, stop numbering your videos. And at first I was like, well, that's really dumb. You know, how are people going to know what episode they're on? And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. If you put a video number in a thumbnail, I do this all the time. I see a thumbnail and it'll be like episode 23. And I'm like, I'm not going to go watch 22 videos. So I just don't watch the video. Right? Whereas if they just took the number off, I could show up, still enjoy the video, and just not watch the other 22, you know? But because I see that number, my brain says, oh, well, we're never going to catch up on this. Why even bother putting it on? So I was like, that actually kind of makes quite a bit of sense. And And if people are worried about like missing a video, well, they can just watch the playlist. Like that's what the playlist is for. So I think on this series, I'm not going to number my videos, which I don't know if it'll mean anything, but it got me thinking about it. And I thought that was pretty interesting because I never really considered that before. Let's wield our pipe again because we're going to be in the buildings and we would like to stop shooting everything because we're starting to consume all that ammo we found previously, which is not great. So anyway, I shouldn't be talking about YouTube. I should get myself a question. Oh, I don't have it open. Okay. What do you hate most and love most about your car? Well, I drive a car that's, I think it's a 2006. I actually have no idea. I don't do the year thing. I don't pay attention to that sort of stuff. So what I really like about my car is that it's the smoothest ride I've ever had in a vehicle, like in a car that I've driven. So I've always driven clunkers. Like when I was a teenager, we bought a really old, like older than me, like a 1986 station wagon was my first car. And that thing was a piece of crap. I mean, the alignment was messed up for basically the whole time. Like it would pull to the left the whole time, and like the heater was busted and always smelled like melted plastic, and just was a horrible car. But that was my car, so I liked it plenty enough, you know. And in this vehicle that I have currently, it's just so much smoother. The suspension is so much better. The braking, the accelerating, everything is so much smoother. This one has automatic windows, which I realize is not very impressive, but for me, coming off of a station wagon from the 80s, it's nice to have power windows and stuff like that. The defroster doesn't work, so I do hate that about it. It makes it very difficult in the wintertime. I actually have to put a cover on my windshield, which prevents most of the ice buildup anyway. So I put the cover, like I literally just put the cover on. It's like 5 in the afternoon, but I'm done running for the day. Put the cover on the windshield. That should keep the ice from forming. And I use a lot of de-icer just, for that reason, because my defroster doesn't work and it's basically impossible to get ice off the windshield once it's there. So I use a lot of de-icer. That's a main point of frustration for me, is the lack of a defroster becomes a huge issue in the wintertime. The AC also does not work, which is a huge issue in the summertime. So basically all year round I have some sort of major issue with my vehicle, so I hate that about it. But I like my car a lot. It's comfortable. The seat is also broken. So like now when I'm in the driver's seat, I kind of am at a weird like lean back on my right shoulder. Really need to get that replaced because that's really aggravating my back problems. Which I don't have a lot of back problems, but when you drive for a living and you're sitting in that chair for, hours at a time, yeah, it's pretty horrible on your back. So a lot of little things I hate about it, but mostly overall, it's the best car I've ever had. It's a pretty comfortable, pretty smooth. I know where everything is, which is important. Sometimes I end up driving like my family member's SUV when my car's in the shop or whatever, and I don't know where everything is, and it's so annoying to drive someone else's car. So the fact that it's my car and I know where everything is, that's pretty significant to me. Other than that, it looks nice. Like the first car I had like the clear coat was peeling off and then the paint was peeling off and it was an ugly color. Kids used to make fun of me for driving it. And now I have like a nice little silver vehicle that, the clear coat is peeling a little bit in certain spots at this point. I mean, I've had it for probably 6 years and, it's not exactly brand new when I got it, So it's not perfect. And there are certainly a lot of problems with it, but it's my car and I like it. I really hate how hard it is to hit small creatures in Cataclysm. I know we talk about this sometimes, but like, so this is a rat. How did you attack me? I'm upstairs. I guess they can attack through the floor or through the stairs. Oh, someone did mention something like that on Discord, so I guess they can attack up and down stairs now, which is fine. So my issue with stair stuff like that, or with small creatures like this, is that we have a sewer rat, right? and it's clearly attacking us, which is not really behavior that a rat would show. So it's obviously taking an aggressive stance. I'm assuming it's mutant in some capacity. Are these actually like regular rats? Let's go upstairs and butcher one. Why am I hearing... I thought I heard horde music there, which doesn't make sense. Let's butcher this rat. I'm curious, are you like a regular rat? Just do quick butchery. I just want to... Oh, I don't have a knife on me. Surely there's a knife in the kitchen. Give me a steak knife. Are you a mutant or are you like a regular rat? Quick butchery. You're a regular rat. Huh. That's pretty interesting. I always thought they were kind of mutants. So like why don't they just run away from me? Like why aren't the rats afraid of us? Why do they attack us like that? I don't know. But anyway, if something is attacking you, it's probably not like being super defensive, right? It's an animal. It's not thinking about protecting itself. It's thinking about murdering you. So I don't think they're being particularly evasive. And yes, hitting a sewer rat would be difficult, I guess. So I don't have too much of a problem with it, I guess. But God, everything small in Cataclysm is so impossible to hit all the time. Let's head out here. What else do I like about my car? Having this car has taught me a lot about vehicle maintenance. So I've learned with this car how to do a lot of things that I didn't know how to do previously. Some of it's really simple stuff, like I'm sure most of you probably know how to do these things, but I am not experienced. I'm not a hands-on guy, so I didn't know how to do any of this. So like I now know how to change a headlight or take apart the headlight assembly. I know how to check my tire pressure. I know what pressure my car's tires are supposed to be. I know how to put air in them at the gas station. And all that might sound really simple to you, but as someone who grew up never knowing those things, I've learned all of that stuff with this car. So I have kind of an attachment to the vehicle. And then other stuff too, you know, that's just an example. Like, I don't know, I've changed 1,000,000 tires on this car, that sort of stuff, you know? So I don't know if, maybe that sounds silly to people who know that kind of stuff, but to me, I don't know. And then too, sometimes I'm like, oh, I should know how to do this because I'm a man and blah, 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 gender stereotypes. But then other times I think there are a ton of people out there who have no idea how to change a tire, right? Like I'm not alone in that I didn't know this stuff. This is maybe it's not the most common thing in the world for someone to not know how to change a tire. But there are people who, you know, the car sounds funny, so they call AAA. They don't even try to look at it. They don't try to, you know, figure it out. They just go, oh, screw it. I'm going to call people who know what they're doing, which is the attitude I always had. I mean, we were too poor to actually have like AAA or whatever, but that was my attitude for a long time. I would just call my family member. I would call my grandpa and be like, hey, I don't know how to do anything. Car's acting weird. Can you help me? You know, and now if I have a problem in the middle of the night while I'm driving my route, I actually know how to take care of most of the minor issues that are most likely to be the cause of the problem, right? So if I have a, you know, tire blowout, I know how to change my tire. I know where my donut is. I know how to check and make sure that, like, I don't know, I know how to look at the tire and tell, do I need new tires? Is the tread wore out? You know, are they bald? Whatever. I kind of know where the limits are with my vehicle. I know when I see a nail in my tire, I can tell, is this acceptable to drive on for a little bit longer, or do I need to immediately stop and put the donut on because it's going to rip? Like, you know, you can just tell stuff like that once you look at it enough and you have some experience. So I learned all that stuff on this car, which has made the car more likable to me because I feel like I've expanded my experience as a human being. And honestly, it's tied a lot to concepts of masculinity. There are a lot of people who think that that's like a masculine thing. Men are supposed to know how to do things with cars and plumbing and all that kind of crap. So like part of me feels a satisfaction knowing that I'm a little bit manlier than I used to be, even though I also know that that's really dumb gender stereotyping crap, you know, that I don't really subscribe to, but just makes me feel kind of nice to know some of that stuff, you know. And again, it's not even that impressive. There are hundreds of thousands, millions of people who do that kind of stuff all the time and know what I'm talking, like know how to do what I'm talking about. But To me, it's, I don't know. I don't know. I love my car, though. Love my car. I hate my mechanic. I love my car. We're at about 30 minutes. Let's drop this stuff off, and I think we'll call the episode here. I love my car. Let me know in the description down or in the comments down below. Internet, do you like your car? Do you hate your car? Do you even have a car? I know I talked to some people. Oh, I guess I'm thinking of a specific person. I think they live in Guam. They don't even have a car. But I know that like lots of European people, it all depends where you live, right? Like some people just don't have cars. Why would you live in a big city somewhere? You probably don't have a car. City traffic is terrible. A lot of people walk, take public transit, etc. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Do you have a vehicle? If you do you like your car? Do you hate your car? Do you have an old junker like I did for a long time? What's going on with your vehicle? Anyway, that's it, Internet. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next episode.